Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel, and this is your tip of the week. I'm always getting questions about I can't seem to sew a straight line. It always comes out wonky. So I'm going to go over some of the things you can do to make that straight stitch super easy for you. So let's take a look at a presser foot that is designed for a straight stitch. And most of your sewing machines probably have something that looks like this. On this particular foot, this is where the needle goes down. So there's a little hole there for that needle. One of the things you want to keep in mind when sewing any stitch is never look at the needle. And I'll tell you why in just a moment, because you will go crooked if you look at the needle. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to hold it at a slant so that the camera can see it. So on the underside, here's that same hole. Oops, sorry. This is the front of the foot, but just right next to the hole, there's a tiny little groove there. And that groove is designed to smoothly run over the stitch as it's being put into it. Because when there's a stitch there, it's slightly raised, so it's not super flat. So this helps the presser foot and the machine move everything through smoothly. This is a throat plate from one of my sewing machines, and yours might look a little different. This is where my bobbin case would go. But on the throat plate, there's a lot of lines. And so here's where the needle goes through. It's designed, this one here just has a small little hole. It's designed for a straight stitch. Back here are numbers that have lines that are used for you to line up your fabric on. And this row back here is centimeters, and this row in front are in inches. So here's the half-inch line. So let's say you are doing a half-inch wide seam. What you can do to help you keep your fabric straight is to place a piece of tape, a long piece, so that it's going straight out to the back and out to the front. You line the edge of your fabric right up against here. And as you're stitching, you're looking over here, making sure it's straight. You're also looking towards the back, making sure it's straight. The machine will automatically do a straight stitch without you looking at the needle, as long as you're looking over here and keeping it properly aligned. So that you can see exactly how it all works together, here's just a short little video clip of me sewing a straight stitch. So to do a 5/8 inch wide seam, I'm going to slide my fabric over to the edge right here. I'm going to keep it aligned. Then I'm going to lower my presser foot. Then I have a back stitch button. You can use your back stitch button, or you can also use another button which does 3 or 4 stitches in place to lock the thread. Then step on your foot pedal, keeping the fabric aligned right there on that 5/8 inch line. So as you can see, by placing your fabric on those lines helps to keep a straight stitch. I do a lot of projects that have a scalloped edge like this. And I'm going to show you a simple trick for making your own pattern to custom fit, either like this towel or even on a curved edge. So if you're going to do it on a towel like this or any other project that looks something like this, measure the width across. Then add whatever seam allowance you're going to use. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then I'm going to make a paper template so that I can easily cut my fabric out. So cut a piece of paper that width plus 1/2 inch. So here's my paper. Over on this edge, I went in 1/4 inch because that's the width of the seam I want to use on this. And I'm going to draw a line. Now I'm going to fold the paper in half all the way over this way. Then I'm going to not quite fold it in half again. I'm going to take this folded edge and bring it over to the line that I drew. So now it looks like this. Then take something round. This is a little, I think it's a 3-inch template. And I'm going to move it down towards the bottom of the paper here, but I'm going to leave enough room for me to draw a line. So then I'm going to draw the line from this drawn line here over to the folded edge there. Then you're going to cut it out. So you're going to cut in right here and then right on top of the line down to there. Then go ahead and unfold it, and this is what it looks like. So I usually bring 2 pieces of fabric together so that I can make a really nice scalloped edge. So I'm going to bring right sides together, the pretty sides of the fabric, and I'm going to stitch my 1/4 inch seam, and then I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch away along here and just go all the way across. And when I get over to this side, then I'm going to come right up here where the 1/4 inch would be. Now, if you want more details, there's some more steps after that to get it finished off to make it look really nice. So I'm going to have a tutorial down below that particular towel that will show you how to finish it off if you want to do it on a towel like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do a curved edge. So let's say you want to make a drink coaster that's has a scalloped edge, or a placemat, or any other item that's round that you want to make. So I'm going to cut out a square that's going to be a little bit bigger than whatever it is I want to make. I'm just throwing in a number here. So this is my pretend project. It's a 9-inch square. So to make the template, I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold it one more time and fold it like this. Now I want to take this corner and bring it over to this corner. And you want to make sure you line up the edges really well. Now you want to take a ruler and measure this edge. Mine is 4.5 inches. Then you want to take a ruler and measure from this bottom corner up 4.5 inches and put a mark. Now I'm going to use a template to draw the circle. And I like these particular templates. They're made by June Taylor, and you can get them on Amazon because they help me kind of keep everything level and in a line. So what I'm going to do is lay this down and try to keep this one line going across this way parallel, or what is it, perpendicular to the other line over here, if that makes any sense. But I'm going to come back just a little bit so I have enough room to draw. So then draw a line. And then you would cut right on this line. So when you open it up, you see now a half circle, Open it up again, and you have a full circle, and there's your pattern. So here are some samples of things I made with a scalloped edge. This is a pin cushion, and all I did was hot glue on this little scalloped edge piece. I made a quilt block doing that. Here is a little drink coaster. This was a little vase, a piece I made to put under a vase. It was a glass vase with really pretty flowers in it, and I didn't want it very big. This is placemat size, and which most of your placemats are 15, that are round, 15 to 16 inches in diameter across. And I like to make my placemats with different fabric on the back. And then this is a small table topper. Remember, you can make them huge, really giant circles. And it's 2 scalloped edge pieces layered and stitched together. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tip of the week and that you learned something new. If you're interested in any of the items that I showed you, I'll have some of those links down below your YouTube screen in the description section. So just scroll down until you see the word more. Click on that word and that section will expand open and you will see all of the links. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.